that can hook you up. So, first day back doing this. I'll have Cedar Point passes for you all week, by the way. Those will pop up around 5:20. If you hit the promotions or the contest section, whatever they call it, at WMMS.com, we're giving away passes to explore the VIP Millennium Lounge at Cedar Point. Know what that is? Anybody ever been to the VIP Millennium Lounge?
I have not. Sounds cool.
When you need a break from all the excitement. It's an oasis in the middle of the park near Millennium Force.
Neat.
Air conditioned?
Shaded seating.
Oh.
Complimentary snack.
Nature's air conditioning.
Shade.
Nature's. Complimentary snacks. Flavor-infused water. Phone chargers. And
Need some of that beef-flavored water, please?
It's got ground beef floating in it.
You guys have Thai chicken water? Because, man, that sounds good right now. CedarPoint.com's got the details on it, but you can win a pair of passes for this season at WMMS.com. But I will have the Cedar Point passes you get from me all week are for 4th of July fireworks or something, right? Light up the point. I mean, I think you can go anytime, but light up the point is what that's called out there at Cedar Point. And you can figure out where they got that name from, too, because, you know. And this is a time of year, too, where places that do fireworks, they pull their punches a little bit because it's so close to the 4th that they don't want to, like, shoot their wad, right? So, like, we went to the Friday night, us and a bunch of our friends, we went to the Lake Erie Crushers game. They were playing a team from Joliet outside Chicago. And so we're watching the game. The kids are running around and whatever. And they did fireworks after. But it's so close to the 4th that, like, it's kind of, you know, it's fine. It's fireworks. But they pull their punches a little bit. They're not going to give you, like, the full Monty. They kind of give you the one where, like, when it's over, everybody goes, oh, okay, that was it.
8 minutes of fireworks.
There you go. Instead of, like, 20 minutes or whatever, because it's close. You know, we're going to be in Vegas all next week, and I'm not quite sure. I assume that the 4th of July in Vegas is just everywhere shooting off fireworks.
But can they if they're in a desert? Isn't that like a fire?
I mean,
literal. Well, I guess there's no trees.
Vegas feels like they've got their own rules. They got their own water. They got their. I can't imagine Las Vegas not having. They must shoot off fireworks the rest of the year in certain places. I don't know. I have no idea. I've never been there over the 4th of July, but I'm assuming that that's what it's going to be. I'll have to get more information on that, but I don't know. Guardians are off tonight. They play the Brewers over the weekend. They took 1 of 3. They're in Kansas City to start playing the Royals tomorrow night. And then they'll head to Chicago to play the Cubs at Wrigley. And then they'll come back here next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is when they'll start playing the Atlanta Braves right here at home. If you listen to us on iHeartRadio, you can always leave messages for us. A little talk back button there for you.
What up, Alan? Driving in my semi-truck. People tend to always think I'm in the way and love to flip me the bird. Well, this lady who felt like I was in her way drove around me, and she let her seem to be between 5 and 7-year-old child flip me the bird. Okay, later.
Oh, boy.
I don't understand that. Why are the truckers the ones getting flipped off?
Because people are mad that they're in the way. I don't know.
Like, it's just... to me,
they're driving a giant truck. Like you're driving a car or whatever you're driving is smaller than the truck. So just get around them and be, I don't know.
I am beyond accommodating. I don't even like to play with that. Like their car can crush mine in a millisecond. So
I feel like the bird is coming back, by the way. The middle finger, maybe it never went away and maybe I'm just seeing it more. When I was walking, we had left dinner down here and we're walking back to the parking garage to get the car. And there's a homeless guy out in front of Geraci's. And he's leaning up against a little fence there or whatever. And a dude, we're walking one way and we pass him. And the guy is walking the opposite way as us. And I see him go into his pocket like he's going to toss the guy, a couple of bills or something. And the guy reaches into his pocket and pulls out and gives the guy the middle finger and keeps walking.
And
but why would you do that to a homeless guy?
I don't know.
Like, you're not getting one over on him.
Right, that's real dick move right there.
I was like, I laughed Because I was like, man, I haven't seen that. All that was missing was him inflating it with his thumb. Yeah, that was all that was missing. But other than that, I was like, oh, that's nice because I didn't have any cash on me or else I would have given him some. But I was like, we were passing each other at just the right time or else I wouldn't have seen it because he would have been behind us. And I kind of looked a little bit because he was reaching in. And he flipped him off. And the guy was kind of nonplussed, but I mean, he's still shaking his cup, right? He's out there Saturday night, nice and warm.
He's probably been called much
Packed
worse.
all along. What's that?
He's probably been called much worse or spit on or people are horrible.
I just don't understand it. Like, just walk. Do what everybody else does and pretend
Sorry,
you don't
man.
even see
Yeah,
them.
no
Pretend
cash.
they're invisible like everybody else does. Yeah, I was like, wow, that's a move. But yeah, I don't know. I'm like, is the middle finger coming back?
I like a middle finger.
I
think
just
it's very
haven't
funny.
seen it in a long, long time. I got the money here for you. It is $1,000, courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie. It's a chance for you to grab a little bit of cash, courtesy of MMS. So listen closely. I hope you win. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Green. That's green. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Oh, boy. What's happening over there?
What?
What's all this tapping? What's the
Writing an
tapping?
email.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I was responding to an email.
Right now?
I just was real quick. You're giving it away.
All I hear is clicking over here. I'm like, I'm talking, and I'm like, hey, so anyway, so I got this money here for you, and is everything okay?
Yes,
Is there an
yes.
emergency?
No, it
Am I
was-
boring you?
You're not boring me. It was what I was.
So guys,
I'm not gonna.
So anyway, I'm having dinner the other night, and I'm like, what's happening over
It's
here?
about what I talked to you about in the break. I don't want to.
So what?
So I just was responding real quick.
Right now?
It felt like an urgent thing.
It did.
Sure, it could have. You're right. It could have waited 8 minutes until we were in another break. It's 4:30 though, and the people that need this information are gonna be gone at 5. I don't want them to take off early and not get it.
Yeah, I know. It is a 9 to 5 downtown.
Listen.
It's throwing me off, man. I got to concentrate here.
I'm sorry.
You know how this works, right?
I didn't realize that clicking would throw you off that much.
I'm going to go to Mary's show and sit in the audience and text the whole time.
That's
Yeah, so anyway, wait, hey, can you hold on? I got to... All right, anyway.
Listen.
It is the 30th, Poundcake will like this, it's the 30th anniversary of What's Love Got to Do with It, the classic film.
Alan, that's not what she was typing. I found what she was typing.
He put a middle finger out.
Yeah, no, that requires a right click and a download, not the keystroke. Was she making her own graphic middle finger over there?
No.
Uh-huh.
We're dealing with big agencies here at iHeartMedia, and I
Yeah.
don't need people to be waiting on me,
Yeah.
even though they could care less about me waiting on them.
Well, that's the point, though. They want you, they'll wait. They'll, at the very
No,
least, wait
that's not
8
how
minutes.
this works. I know, and you're right.
Do you not think that I get 400 emails a minute, but I can't do anything about them? They have to wait until I'm until I'm done talking.
But you're not. We're in different positions. I feel like if I don't respond immediately, they're going to give away the thing that I'm trying to lock in.
They're not going to.
I get nervous about that kind of stuff still. Where I'm like, if I don't respond immediately, they're going to give this to somebody else. And I need the money.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I apologize. I will not respond.
I just wanted to make sure nothing was blowing up.
Nothing is blowing up.
These machines in here, like they make noises, and
No.
I was in here before this morning, writing and prepping things out, and I hear this these things make fans over here. These components in here. I mean, obviously they generate heat, so they have internal fans. And we've all kind of gotten used to that since we moved down here. These fans go like all day long, but it's kind of become background noise where we don't really hear it that much anymore. But I was in here this morning, and I don't have any noise on in here. I don't have the station blaring when I'm doing my work. It's quiet. And it was like this. It sounded like somebody was jackhammering in the next studio.
Probably were.
But I walk out, I go down, I'm like, no, I'm like, what the hell's going on around here? Because we're surrounded by construction. I'm like, it's not that. I mean, that's been going on forever. We don't really hear that.
It's really
I couldn't figure out what it was. It was this noise and noise and noise.
But it really is surprising that you guys don't hear it because behind this wall, there is a building, like that it's still under construction. And all the time I hear jackhammering, I hear like people talking or people like hammering. And I'm thinking, if I turn my mic on, they'll hear this. And I'll have it on sometimes, and you guys don't hear it. And it's the strangest thing because I can hear it loud and clear. So it's weird.
How do you know his name's Jack?
I don't.
So
I'm going to change the subject now.
that's not what this segment's about.
I'm going to have a long pause like that on the weekend, guys.
Yeah.
Have a bunch of dead air for 40
no,
seconds.
come on. It's all good. A 30th anniversary of What's Love Got to Do with It, which is a movie where Angela Bassett played Tina Turner. Of course, Tina Turner just passed away. Angela Bassett inducted her into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We were all there at the Romo Fijo.
No, you and Bill were there.
Bill and I were there.
The important
And
people were there.
last night were the BET Awards. Now, Mary, before you start salivating, this is not a casino-centric award show.
This
Is
isn't
that
who's-
why black
What?
people say bet?
Wendy Williams says bet. I'm not joking.
Black Entertainment Television, I believe, is what they're going for. And Patti LaBelle was there to sing. Did you see this, Cody?
I saw clips on Instagram.
She forgot the lyrics of Simply the Best. And I'm like,
I
but
love
you
Patti LaBelle.
probably have a teleprompter.
She's trolling. She has to be.
Why would you troll? You're a professional. Sing the song.
Because the iconic moment when she's at the tree lighting ceremony and she's like, where are my backup dancers? Like,
Where are
that
my
was
background
19.
singers?
That was 1996,
But that
and
is-
you would never want to do that again.
that is the most press she's ever gotten for a performance.
But
and
that's
it
not
lived
what you're
on.
trying. This idea that every press is good press. Patti LaBelle is not a 22-year-old influencer. She's like a legendary
Exactly.
performer. I can't imagine
So
her
she has
going,
nothing to prove.
hey, let's
Got
see
that
if I
pie money.
pie money.
I think she's-
I don't think she wants pie money. I think she wants singing ass money. She wants Patti LaBelle singing money.
She's just the type that she's like, I mean, how old is she now? 70?
She's in her
80?
70s, gotta be. No, 70s, I think.
And she's probably just like, I've done it. She should have prepared, but she just watched TV
That's what I'm
instead.
saying.
She's like, the new season of The Bears on. I'm going to watch that. I'm not going to get all worked up over this BET Awards.
What is
Yeah, I don't know that she walked off sobbing, but I think I'll play the clip here. Patti LaBelle turned 79 last month. She said
looks good.
that she did her best. The song was, of course, Simply the Best. They should have gotten what's his name from Schitt's Creek to go up there and sing it.
Mhm.
But you figured they've got teleprompters. But I guess she couldn't sing.
doing my best?
See, she's a pro. It's also going to suck, too, because the sound at those things is so weird. People were complaining that, like, one of her background singers was out of sync. But, like, all the sound is going one way. So, like, you got your monitors there, whatever. But if you're one of those singers, you know, maybe it's like your first big gig or something. You
Get a
get
little
screamed
nervous.
at by Patti LaBelle like she's Buddy Rich.
She's 79, and that's very similar to the tree lighting ceremony where,
That's what I'm saying.
but I don't think she's trying to do that. I think
Did she not rehearse?
I don't think
she
she's.
didn't rehearse
I don't
the
think she
lyrics?
rehearses, and I don't think
She cares.
she can see.
She
very
didn't exactly.
well.
She didn't care enough. She flew into the venue and was like, "I'm about to do this, and whatever
Oh,
happens,
yeah, I know
happens."
this song. It's like when you try a new karaoke song that you think you know,
Yeah,
and you
then-
get up there and you're like, oh.
Then you get to that second verse, and you're like, oh, I don't know. Hey,
I'd
this-
never sing this out loud.
But also, I think in the pantheon of like R&B singers and soul singers, I think Patti LaBelle has always felt like she hasn't gotten the recognition she deserves.
I think so too.
Between Aretha and between Tina Turner, I think Patti LaBelle just has this chip on her shoulder where she's like, nobody treats me the way they should. I'm a goddamn queen.
I was gonna say,
and
people-
she is.
People cover her songs and don't really like credit her. Like people think that Lady Marmalade was.
Not even close.
It was close.
Not even close.
They think that
It
that
was close. Better than Mama Lie. Do it again.
Lady Marmalade
There you go.
was a Missy Elliott production. Our generation does. They don't realize that.
Yeah, but you can't get mad at generational things.
But I think true artists do when they care about their art and they constructed it and blah blah blah.
But you're getting paid every time somebody covers your song, so that's what you're in it for. If you weren't getting paid, I'd be pissed if people thought
but
it was somebody else's song.
Some artists would like both. The money should come with it, but they're like, I would love if people just recognize me for my song, like, or give me credit when credit is due.
Oh, that's the best.
Hang all the mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better.
I'm trying to put her on, but I can't. Oh, there she is. It's a bare stage.
And there's the wrong words on the cue cards. I don't know the song. This Christmas, I'm gonna have them all I can. Because I don't have the right words and I have no
Oh, but she sang it so good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that is Patti LaBelle. Like, I'm constantly disrespected. That was like for Clinton's second term. Or where are my background singers?
The White House tree lighting ceremony in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, because she's probably like, I'm not learning this song. They'll have cards. There she said cue cards last night. You like with the teleprompter? I don't know. I can't see the words.
But you're going to see the words. And I love when she walks out on that because the guy, he says her name and she walks out and then he like reads this bio about her and she like turns around and then comes back out. It's so funny. I love that clip. That's like a Christmas tradition to watch that. And there's always people that have never seen it, and watching them watch it for the first time is like
Christmas.
It's Christmas delight.
It's a Christmas delight.
Mm-hmm.
I show this to my whole family every Christmas. Guys, gather around the hearth.
Well, I usually
let's watch Patti LaBelle go bonkers.
I usually am dating someone different, so there's always a new family to show it to.
Oh, that's nice.
You're an idiot.
You have like a little Christmas elf every year. Yeah.
You guys ever seen this?
Bill's elf on the shelf. So, what's your move then if your current girlfriend crosses over the Christmas line? You got a backup you can show her?
No, I mean,
nothing.
It hasn't been a problem yet, so I don't know.
So far, you're broken up by Christmas, is what you're saying?
No, I mean, they've.
He doesn't
seen
make it to 2 Christmases.
Yeah, there's no 2 Christmases.
Oh, I see. You've never celebrated 2 Christmases with a girl.
Not recently.
Not in a while.
Not never.
Only my wife, ex-wife.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Since your ex-wife, you haven't been with someone for 2 years?
I don't think so.
The Butthole Chef. You guys were together for more than 2 Christmases?
No, we weren't.
For real? I thought it was like
I
3
mean,
years.
okay, maybe barely 2 Christmas, but like the
Yeah.
first Christmas, like we had just started dating.
Okay.
And I was out of town for Christmas, so we weren't together on Christmas. So I won't count that.
Wow.
But man, did she cook some good buttholes.
Who? Cook some good buttholes.
They call her the butthole chef.
That's what everybody calls her on the show.
I call her Butthole Girl.
Oh.
Yeah, because she was always showing it on Instagram. Well, Bill was putting pictures of her
Constantly
butt on
putting
Instagram.
pictures of her butt on
Right.
It was quarantine. People needed something to be happy about, and she had a very
She had a great
round rump.
And she acquiesced to it every time.
Yeah, she liked it.
Because you got to get permission. You got to go, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to put a picture of your ass on Instagram.
Right,
And she's
and
like,
then-
I'm down with that.
And then when I broke up with her a couple weeks later, she's like, hey, can you take my ass off your Instagram? I was like, absolutely, I can.
And did you?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Why didn't she want him there anymore?
Yeah, she doesn't want to be affiliated with me.
Duh.
It wasn't about Instagram. It was about Bill.
Yeah.
Hey, could you jump off the roof and then, delete your Instagram? Is there a new one in the mix? Is somebody going to make it to Christmas or no?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. It sounded vague. Why are you laughing? It sounded vague.
No, just because it just cracks me up. Every time Bill's single, he's a monster.
Why? He's a single guy.
Maybe monster
You know,
isn't the right word.
when guys get
I
out
don't-
of when
you
guys
just
get out of a
don't care.
relationship, they're off the chain. I mean, literally and figuratively. Like, what's the problem?
I think I care too much.
You don't care. You just, I mean, and that's fine. You're right. You're single. There's no reason to care. But
What am I supposed to care about? What am I not?
And why is he a monster? I mean, huh?
he's not a monster.
You just
Monster
said he
was the
was.
wrong word. That's the wrong word. He's
She went right to monster.
Just jealous?
Wow.
No, I'm not jealous.
I have a feeling it's
I
probably
am
not that.
absolutely not jealous of your love
Super
life.
jealous.
No.
Super jealous.
Definitely not.
Oh, all right.
What's the word I'm looking for? Reckless? You're not a monster. You're pretty reckless.
Like the band.
You can be. Single Bill is a reckless human being.
Yeah, but he's
I
got
wear
nothing.
condoms.
But he's got no. It's like Poundcake. I mean, there's nothing holding him down. What's
I
the
know.
problem?
I know.
He's not ruining anyone's life.
I know.
That's the real.
What's the best part of
recklessness.
any relationship?
The end of it. Oops. What?
I would say the beginning.
Oh.
Like that, those first, few weeks when you're getting to know each other and everything's exciting and you're excited to hear from them, you're excited to see them. I think it's bad after that.
I feel like I'm in the best part of my relationship right now.
Problem is, though, Bill, the way that you date or the way that you describe how you date
Mm-hmm.
is that the girls from the jump know more about you than you do about
He
them.
does that on purpose.
No, I
I
fully
do that because
understand
those
why
are
to
the girls
do that.
that want to go out with
It's
me.
less work to do. I'm just saying it puts you at a disadvantage. It basically, you're learning about them, and they already know a lot about you.
Well, and I know women love to talk about themselves. Am I right? We be shopping. Bow, bow,
That's very sexist.
bow, bow. Oh, is it?
Now who's the real monster?
Okay.
I am not that kind of guy. I want to hear your stories.
You do? I've watched you in the middle of my stories pick up your phone and start texting.
Well, that's you.
Yeah, but your
You're not
stories aren't
dating
good.
him.
Oh,
He's not going to have
okay.
sex with you.
So then he's only listening to the stories for the sex.
Yes.
He's not genuinely interested in the stories, which is my whole point.
I can't speak for him, but
I can tell you, Brian also listens to your stories for the sex.
He's locked in at this point.
Yeah,
But
he
at
still,
the
He has to.
beginning, he was listening for the
if
sex.
there was no sex,
That's how he was being
he
incentivized.
would not listen to your stories.
Okay, and here's where you're wrong. Brian barely listens to my stories. Okay,
But you're locked in.
Okay, so why aren't you adjusting your stories then?
listen. I don't have a lot of stories.
Why aren't you trying to make your stories better, or just be quiet?
It's not even that. In the relationship, Brian is the one who has the stories. He said yesterday we're sitting on the porch having a little non-alcoholic beer, and he just gets up and starts talking about the rose bushes and how it needs to be clipped and how clipping promotes new growth. So really,
It's
you,
not a
you got
story.
it backwards.
That's something,
information.
That's information.
Oh my
He's got a
That's not a
green
story.
thumb. A story would be, you know what I'd like to do, Mary, is I'd
What?
like to take those rose bushes and I'd like to strangle somebody with them and have you watch.
I don't think
That's a story.
That's a fantasy.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
murder,
but
murder
you're telling
fantasy.
it. You're telling a story.
But-
That's what your books are. Those are all
the
stories. They're all
thing.
murder fantasies.
I just inadvertently proved my own point because I listened to Brian talk about pruning his hedges and clipping the roses and doing all his gardening because I do want sex.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm a monster too.
All right, now get in here and
You're the only monster.
get in here and trim these hedges, baby. All right.
What's your love language, Mary?
Touch, physical touch. I want to be touched 100% of the time. Hold my hand, rub my back, touch my hair, put your arm around me. I like being touched.
I was trying to be.
Mary has told us that.
When other people do it, it weirds me out, but I can touch my own.
we gotta go to break.
She's changed. When other people do it, it weirds her out.